Lakers got bamboozled. Give me
Yeah.
Gabe.
For Gabe Vincent. All right, bro. Let's perfect. Perfect. Let's
Uh,
stay right here. The Lakers, man. 10 Billy. What's our guy's name? Mark Walter? Mark Walters?
owner of the Dodgers.
Is he a part of the Time Warner Spectrum group also?
I believe so.
How do you feel, man? You're in LA. What's the word? What's the vibe? And I got an opinion as well, but you tell me.
It's tough. It's tough because I never envisioned ever the Lakers being sold. But if you look at Mark Walters and what he did with the Dodgers and how Jeannie Buss seemed a little bit on the cheaper side when it came to re-signing players, when it came to re-signing Caruso, when it came to, you know, KCP, whatever it is, terrible decisions. I just can't help but be excited to know that we will not have a spending problem anymore with our players. It's just not going to happen. So when it comes to being willing to go above the luxury tax, the second apron to make it happen, he's willing to do that. Now, I don't know how much more willing he will be considering he's paying a lot for this current Dodgers roster, and now this Lakers roster is kind of in limbo too.
Yeah.
The NBA is a little bit different. There's obviously a salary cap. There's no salary cap in baseball. So it will have some implications.
I mean, but to own those two of the biggest brands in American sports and global sports as well, it's got to come close to breaking even.
He's worth 12 billion though. So
Right.
I don't understand how it's going to work, but I think I'm excited. I think we were all ready at certain times for the Buss family to sell the team, just because we were just frustrated. We're not willing to. The best brand in basketball has an owner that it's like a family-owned business, so you're not necessarily generating your wealth of other places and then bringing that over to your sports team like Steve Ballmer,
Hmm.
where you could just spend whatever you want and make it happen. So I think fans are excited, and Jeannie Buss is still in charge of basketball operations. Um,
Well, we saw how that went in Dallas with Mark Cuban. Once,
yeah, that was in
once,
writing though.
once they signed the paper, you know what I mean. We'll tell you what you want to hear at the beginning.
I believe that was a verbal agreement with Mark Cuban, but
In the
this is
Sands and
specifically,
Adelson family, maybe. I feel
yeah,
you.
but this is specifically in the contract. Now, I'm not saying I'm excited to have
Yeah, I
her
believe.
a
What is she,
part.
governor of basketball operations still or
Yes,
something? Yeah.
exactly. And I'm not necessarily excited about that. I mean, I just saw a report that,
Right. You're not trying to say we need Genie to make this team work, but having the family tied to the organization still is sort of a better sign.
well, I mean, I don't know, but it's not only Genie. If you still have Genie, what you're saying is you also have Genie, you also have Linda Rambis, you also have Kurt Rambis, and you also have Tim Harris in the organization calling decisions, all with some questionable, you know,
With the voice or so, right?
exact with the voice ahead of Rob Pelinka. So there's only so much you could do, even with Clutch there. I'm hoping it's a clean ship. I mean, we have Bob Myers. You have so many good executives that are kind of out there that are ready to be grabbed. I just wish, and I haven't heard this said, I just wish that this sale would have been made before the great late Jerry West passed away. Because I would have loved to see Jerry somehow return to the Lakers organization on a good note. Didn't happen. But we're excited, man. Laker fans, you're a Laker fan too.
Yeah,
You're a
bro.
Laker fan
No,
too.
man. Yeah, man. It's
You can say it, bro.
oh, bro, full fledged. Trust me. Everybody out here knows that I'm purple and gold. They would never question where I've lied in the past based off of the present. But yeah, they I've got an analogy. I know the black community understands it inherently, and it's not one that anybody can understand. But they sold grandma's house.
And,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I got
They
you, bro.
it happens all the time where you know when time does its thing and some change is inevitable and the patriarch or the matriarch is no longer around where look man grandma's house got some value. We do want to hang on to the memories. We do want to cherish what we've built and all of that, but there's some silver lining to some of it. But I still land where you land in terms of, well, who they sold it to. They could have done a lot worse. At least there's some track record. At least there's some vested interest in the market, in being successful and competitive. It's not a New York, it's not a Phoenix situation where, his name's running away from me right now, but the guy, a guy like, I've been talking about this off the top for who knows how long, but it's not a situation like that, or a Joe Tsai situation where you're like, how much does this dude care about basketball, or a Prokhorov where just the person with money comes in and starts
Mm-hmm.
doing things on day one. Like, no, I think that they understand the chess moves you need to make to be a winning sports franchise, and you put the house in good hands at least, and to where we all could still benefit, even letting go of some of what was historically significant. And right, it's like it's an upgrade, it's an update, it's bringing them into the current sports ecosystem of how money has to be spent. Insane. You look at the payroll of the Dodgers, doesn't seem like they'd be afraid of the second apron.
Yeah. And I just want to follow up on that point before we change the topic. That is the mindset. It's first, oh my gosh, the Lakers got sold. Oh my gosh, the Lakers traded Anthony Davis. There's a shock factor. I can't believe it. Well, who they sell him to? Or who we traded for? It's like, oh, Mark Waltz? Who is okay? I'm okay. Who did Anthony Davis? Luka Doncic? Okay. Like I can deal with that. So there is that
Right.
factor, right? The stages of there's the stages of grief, stages of surprise, and uh, you know, just figuring out what are the pieces looking like in the whole package. And that's what happened, man. And I think Laker fans are excited and we're ready. We're ready to move. We're ready to get another star player. We're ready to move on for the post LeBron era. We're ready to really build around Luka and spend some money. So
Do
Giannis
you have a? I was gonna say, do you have a wish list right now?
of certain players to come to the Lakers.
We don't have. We only have a second round draft pick. I don't know if that's something that I I don't
Well,
know
we
if
gotta get a
there's
big.
anybody that you can move off the current roster to get into the draft. I wouldn't rule some of this out with the draft in just a couple of days. I think that there is a lot of talent in this draft. I think that the Lakers do have to swing on some big men. I'd rather it not be an undrafted free agent, a Colin Castleton, guys like this. Like, I'd rather, if they want to try and get a young guy, that they, you look at pieces that we got. We got Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent and Max Kleber and Dalton Connect and some of these guys. Exactly.
It's over. They gotta go. It's a simple fix.
All relatively expendable. So if you want to go get a pick in the 20s, early second round pick, to go get who's the guy from Michigan, a Golden, or the center from Florida, who I believe is in this draft, the big 7 foot guy.
Also from Duke. Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, you talking about Maluak?
Yep.
No chance in hell we get him. I wish we could.
But listen,
I
listen.
yeah.
You never know. You never know. I think right now,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
you never know. Right now, it's a simple fix,
Maluak is
right?
such a prospect. I would. Oh my goodness. I'm in love with him in the lottery.
Yeah. He's gonna be taken a little early. He's gonna have like a Zach Edey situation where he's taken like 5, 6 spots
Clinging.
before people thought he was gonna be taken.
Clinging went fourth last year. Third,
Yeah,
matter of fact,
yeah,
I believe.
yeah. So just piggybacking off that point, I think it's very simple. If you're the Lakers, what you want to do is what they haven't done, which is see how do we reciprocate success. How do we reciprocate the success that LeBron had in Miami, that LeBron had in Cleveland, that Luka had in Dallas? And there was obvious flaws with this roster. We didn't have a big man. trading up into the first round, like you said, is going to be difficult. Probably not going to happen. So we got to scan the league. Which team has a surplus of bigs that we can somehow get access to? Now, I feel like someone that's a lob threat that can feed off of Luka is out there. I was hoping it was Daniel Gafford. He just signed an extension today with Dallas, so that's probably not going to happen
Hmm,
unless it's used.
that's
Unless it's
news.
used. Yeah, yeah, that just happened today. Unless it's used as a trade chip later. There's Robert Williams, possibly. Even though I feel like Portland does not want to play ball with the Lakers. It was very evident with the whole Jeremy Grant and
And we're getting to the Anthony Simons trade next.
don't
But
want to
right,
talk about that.
Claxton's out there.
Yeah, Claxton is my target. There's Claxton. There's even someone on the low end if you strike out like Clint Capella, where you don't need him to do much. He can
Yeah,
guard Gobert.
I got a fantasy team with Clint Capella right now, and
Yeah,
I'll take him.
he's solid.
Uh,
I mean, he's not Houston Clint Capella. He's not
yeah,
Atlanta first year Clint
mhm.
Capella. But he can set a screen. He can grab a rebound. He can block a shot, and he can catch
I'll
a
hold out
lob.
hope. I'll hold out hope. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't have a reason really not to be right now where we stand. I'll ask you,
KCP
how do you
also.
feel? Ooh, yeah, I'm with you. If he leaves Memphis somehow,
Dylan Brooks also. That's a big one I was talking about with some people where you
he's
think
one
about
of those
Jared
guys where Braun might mess around and enjoy playing with him after all the
for
chirping and
sure.
after all the like.
For sure.
Same with Rondo. Like, you look good enemy, but until you're my teammate, oh look, hey brother, like
Hey, history repeats itself
do that thing you do. Go do that to them.
for
Like,
sure. And we've been talking. History repeats itself. I mean, with Kobe and Meta, Kobe
yeah,
and Matt Barnes, LeBron and I don't know who LeBron was going at it with, but I'm sure he
right,
just somebody that he
right.
went
No,
at it. So
he's buried the hatchet with some teammates.
yeah, and the Lakers need somebody like that. The Lakers need somebody that's healthy,
Yeah, and
that can
I'd say
score.
what, yeah, that Memphis team. I mean, this Oklahoma City team bucked the trend of like usually I need somebody who's going to get into a fight. They don't have anybody that's getting into a fight on that team. I mean, hey, they got some people that might step up, but like
Lou Dort is pretty. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He might step up, but he'll also flop. So who's to say?
yeah,
But
he's a terrible flopper.
Austin Reeves, do you are you want him to stick around, or you want to package him?
See that there's an implication, and that implication is what is the target number that he would actually be receiving? So it just depends. It's a game of
Right.
if you
Like
if you
again,
could
if you tell us Lamelo Ball's coming, take him. Type, or maybe you disagree about Lamelo. I don't know.
no, I like
You tell us they made a move for Devin Booker or somebody like that. By all, sure, loved you, AR. Is that
yeah,
kind of how you feel?
exactly
Like,
because your top three players on a championship team they're gonna get paid pretty much the same amount. At least the top two. They'll be super maxed out. So it's about who do you want to allocate the super max to? Do you want it to be Bradley Beal? Do you want to be in that situation? Or you just want to re-sign a star player just
overpaying your
let
third player. Yeah, Paul
exactly.
George. Yeah,
Bradley Beal, Paul George, Chris Middleton, third best player. You know, I would love Middleton on the Lakers if he's at the right price, if he's healthy. He'd be
hmm
solid. That's a different
I w-
story. But you get what I'm saying, right?
yeah,
Austin
yeah,
Reeves, he's not that young. He's older than Luka. Austin Reeves is turning 27 or 26, I believe.
yeah. 4 year college player, maybe a 5 year.
Yeah, 5 year college player. He's good, and I love Austin Reeves. I wish he would stay.
He's on a fantastic contract still.
It can't be if it's like a 30 million a year deal. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. 30, 33.
Yeah,
If
we're
we start
pushing it,
getting,
big dog. We pushing it. We
if
pushing it,
I
my
start,
G.
if I start
I was looking
seeing,
at you closely in that Minnesota series.
yeah, oh yeah, if I start seeing that 200 million plus number, I don't know about that, bro. Unless it's a trade chip. Unless it's a trade chip because
Right. But it,
Milwaukee,
after signing something like that, you're talking about, okay, now we got to look forward to the debt. Now you're with us for pretty half the season if we make that deal based off of not being able to trade you. Um,
yeah, you can't play defense. And I love Austin Reeves, man.
you
He's a
feel
joy
me?
to be around, but
You
he
feel
was
me?
playing hurt too. He was playing hurt, so we got to give
Yeah,
people
no,
some grace.
I respect him. I do. I do. But I'm with you on that. I'm not married to him. Um,
And that's the culture too, by the way. If you're a start player, I want you to listen to this. Keith and Marcus, I know you guys are listening to this. If 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 you're a start player in the NBA, sometimes not playing is better than playing hurt. Because if you're not playing, you're gonna play. It is what it is. But if you play hurt and you have a bad game, nobody cares that you were hurt. You had a bad game. You stubbed Darius Garland. You had a broken toe. You're out for 4 to 6 months. We don't care. You played or you lost. I mean, that's the narrative, is what I'm saying.
I
That's
mean,
not the
yeah,
reality.
versus a
That's the
Steph
narrative.
Curry. You weren't 100%. They didn't play. We can't really say nothing about you. And guess
Yeah,
what? You're not going to miss next season. Oh,
exactly.
yeah. No,
So,
I feel you.
yeah.